What's the most embarrassing / cringy thing you've accidentally shown someone? Or something they accidentally saw while using your phone or computer? Was talking to some cute girl, it was going well, and gave her my phone to add me on Facebook. Her profile was the first profile on the recent Facebook searches. I was out of curiosity checking out my friend's GF on Facebook. Like not stalking her or sexualizing her. I met her once, she seemed nice, wanted to see what she was all about. My friend knocked on my door and I answered and he came in my room and I just wasn't thinking about what I was doing because it was harmless. Then he saw my screen and was like, "Why the duck are you checking out my GF?" Edit, we laughed about it. He knew I wasn't trying to double dip. But it was an awkward moment. Dude. What did you say? Did you manage to convince him it was innocent? Don't worry, bro, I got your back. Just screening her for potential attack vectors. You never know who could be a potential terrorist threat. She checks out. Brothers before host terrorists. I was kind of on the flip side of this when my uncle was going through pictures of my baby cousin on his phone and swiped too far to show me a picture of my auntie standing completely naked in a doorway. The image is still burned into my mind. Oh man, that's traumatizing, lol. At least it's not his dad. Why would his uncle have naked pics of his dad? Oh, O'Reilly's. Auntie parts. Hashtag out. Father-in-law was looking at photos on my phone with me. I got a text from my wife that said, "I've been a naughty bitch, you need to come home and slap my ass." I turned to him and said, "What kind of daughter did you raise?" I learned that day, hey, turn off preview 3, do not joke about a man's daughter. Way back when, I was playing a bunch of World of Warcraft. This was back when people were making funny machinima YouTube videos constantly, and I had them downloaded to my computer so I could show my friends. Then one day, I set up a very early version of Plex, video streaming software, on my computer, and I hook up my TV for a small party. Little did I know, Plex scans your media library and then runs out to the internet to find a cover image that Plex thinks matches your movies, so that you have a thumbnail to click when you want to watch that video. For some of my WoW YouTube videos, it found pictures of orcs and elves ducking, and threw that up on the screen. The girl I liked at the party, what the fuck is that? Me, borderline speechless, I have no fucking idea. Smooth lol. As butter. Had the minister of my church at my house. He wanted to upload music from his laptop onto my Zune. Tells you when this was. He turns it on and the Zune immediately displays a topless picture of my fiancée, a girl he's known since birth, having been best friends with her parents. He just clears his throat and says, "I didn't see that." The rest of my time with him that day was incredibly awkward, but he never brought it back up again. Edit, to clear up any confusion, the picture was on my Zune that I had taken. The pastor knew nothing about it prior to seeing it. Not exactly accidental, but when I was 15 my mom was snooping through my phone and found a text that said, "I wish I could have a girl with boobs so big I could suffocate in them." That was a cool fun time for me. What was her reaction? Well, she was looking in my phone cause she thought I was doing drugs, so she was just kind of disappointed that I was a horny little weirdo. Handed my mom my phone to show her a picture of something or other. Didn't think. Next thing I know, she starts swiping. "Mom, you need to stop. Right now. Swipe, while. I never get to see your pictures. Swipe, swipe, stop." Attempt to grab phone, look of horror on mom's face, because I have pictures of my dick on there. My mother-in-law does this. Whenever I want to show her something, I slightly zoom in on the image and it just moves it around instead of going to the next one. I've since learned of guided access on iPhone. A triple click of the home button, and the screen is disabled until you put in a passcode. I hit that button every time I hand my phone to anyone now. Edit. For those with fancy pants new phones, https www.google.com search, source API 4YCLXQZGC83 XOACUP guided plus access plus iPhone plus 11 edits 2. For everyone who is trying this and still able to swipe, read this thread. I had no idea that existed. How amazing! Thank you for sharing. You have to enable it in settings first. Thank you. Here I was smashing my home button. Dude I used to lift with. His phone is face up on the floor next to the bench bar. Literally every day at the gym she'd be texting pics of everything. What's funnier is she'd be texting him, "Come home to have this," and he'd just keep lifting. It was odd. Sorry babe, pecs need to be poppin' so the panties keep droppin'. But, you already have a girlfriend. LIFTS. Pussy is fleeting, but GAINZ are for life. If you have GAINZ you can always get more pussy. Give a man a pussy and he'll get laid for one night. Give a man GAINZ and he'll get laid for the rest of his life. A friend was showing us his holiday pictures and accidentally swiped too far and showed us all a selfie of his asshole and one of his balls when he tried to fix it. One of my friends sent a picture of his asshole and nuts to a Snapchat group, and in return another guy sent one back. I've seen photos of the ball sacks of more friends of mine than I'm fully comfortable with due to stuff like this. The same friend who sent it first actually showed us his nutsack out of the blue. Funny enough, he later asked us would we be surprised if he came out to us. All 5 guys in the group, I shit you not, said no at the same time. I went skydiving with a group of buddies. The first guy out of the aircraft got a badass slow-mo video of us all coming out of the plane after him on his GoPro. Naturally, we all wanted a copy of the video. He left us his GoPro to plug into our laptops as he went to grab his stuff out in his car. If you've never used a GoPro before, you know when you plug it into your computer every file pops up with little thumbnails. The first guy to copy the video can't help but notice what looks like a naked girl in one of the videos. He stupidly clicks on it. It turned out to be our buddy with his current GF, and he was giving her the most violent porn-worthy throat ducking you ever saw, and to top it off, after about 5 seconds he stops, yanks her head back and hawks up a big loogie and spits it in her mouth. We all fucking lost it. We couldn't stop laughing and he turned it off just in time before he came back inside. He ended up marrying her and we could never look at either of them the same ever again. LOL. This comment was a wild ride. Glad you enjoyed. It was one of many motivations for the op. Did you guys ever mention anything to him or her about it though? If so, what were the reactions like? That was 2012. And no one has said a ducking word. It's just our funny secret. In my younger years working in desktop support, we had a guy complaining that his computer was running slow. It was literally full of horse porn. This was back in the 90 MHz Pentium days and long before people had anything better than a 57.7, 56K, baud modem in their house. I had to show my boss and point out that obviously, this guy was using company bandwidth. We had a fractured T1 at the time that we paid out the nose for, to download non-work related material onto his company laptop, clearly in the office. This was also the same dude who got caught putting breast milk in his coffee, so there may have been a few issues there. The same dude who got caught putting breast milk in his coffee was his partner's milk that he borrowed. Or was he stealing from co-workers bumping at work? Because one of these is way more wrong. My partner showed his friends some pictures from a vacation years ago and he scrolled too far back and he accidentally showed them my nudes. I was 5 feet away and died. The fact you were standing right there makes it 10 times worse. LOL. Yeah, sad face. I was panicky after. Me and my friends played this game in high school where we'd send each other the most vile, disgusting images we could find. We would all be playing Xbox, get bored, and someone would send some nasty shit to indicate the game has begun. We'd stop once everyone agreed that the last thing sent couldn't be topped. It almost always devolved into porn of various pop culture icons, usually in video games or cartoons. One time, my uncle called me in the middle of this game. We chat, and he asks to speak to my mom. I give my mom the phone, completely forgetting about what's happening. I go back to my Xbox, hear my troglodyte friends giggling about what they're sending, and start looking for my phone. Oh. Duck. I run downstairs after I remember that Pandora's box of animated atrocities is opening up in my mother's ear right now. As I turn the corner, we lock eyes. Shock and disgust. She turns the phone to me, and on the screen, clear as day, is an image of Wario in a BDSM leather suit farting on a nude princess beach. I took the phone and never said a word. Never heard a word about it either. I went back upstairs and kept playing the game. Pandora's box of animated atrocities that made me laugh out loud. Thank you,